Last session we learned how to use jQuery Ajax methods and Ajax lifecycle methods we learned. One more small concept we will see, how to design single page application environment. How to design single page application environment. SPA. Actually, single page application environment is single page application environment. So the purpose of single page application environment is nothing but actually to design, that means user in a SPA allows user to access any content from one page. That means new details are added into page by without reloading the page. New details are added into page without reloading the page. User will stay on only one page and can access everything into that page. That is a simple concept of single page application. So how this works, a small environment we will see. For example, we will create a single page environment first. Remember, single page application means sometimes people think in a wrong way that entire information is present in one page. It's not like that. There will be several pages, but user will stay on only one page. We can access everything from that page. So let's create one small application here. So here what we are doing, so we are creating a new folder by name SPA. In that we will add files, index.html, some home.html, and some like login.html, like this. So we have some products.html, like this. We have separate pages are present here. So we will start with index.html. In home, login, how the concept works, I will tell you. We will go to home page. Here I will just keep a simple container we are creating. Because when you are developing single page environment, now everything comes onto an existing page. Then every page is designed like a component. Component means it will not have complete HTML structure. It will have only a container which will be placed in existing HTML page. So we will just design a div. Why we are not creating HTML? Because this content will display in another page. Already that page have heading HTML. So we need only container. So only div. In that we will put a heading, some shopping home. So here online shopping. So like this we define online shopping site, right? This is just some content. Okay, let's create login. Here also simple container. So a simple heading, user login, and some small login screen like data list, data term, username, and input type is equal to text, another password, and input type is equal to password like this. And we have just a button. So button. So login is the button. Okay, now we will create another page, products. In this, I will keep a heading, products home. Okay, later we will put some dynamic data into it. Dynamic data means we will fetch from data from API and display there. So here I will put a simple ID, as this is some products catalog. Okay. Later we will put some content. Now user will start from which page? Index. Here we design entire page. Here we will apply some simple navigation like link relation style sheet, href node modules, bootstrap. So this CSS bootstrap dot CSS. Okay, let's put a class container fluid. And here just a simple header and class bg dark, some text white and text center. And here we have a heading, some shopping online. Okay, and we have a section. In this section, we are displaying margin top, and there is a nav. Then we will also add a row. Class call is 2. And we have a main, and the class call is 10. We will keep a container here with a button. So we have home, another, so class margin bottom 2, and button will have class BTN dark W100 like this. A basic design with some buttons. So one button is for home, another for login, another for products. Products like this. Okay, now let's run this and see. It will look like this. That is the simple page we designed, simple page we created. That is the simple page. Now what should happen is, when user selects login, products, home, those details must display right side. So in the left panel there, we have a main area. In main area, it should display. So what we do is, here we will add a jQuery now. Script source is equal to node modules, jQuery dist jQuery JS, and a script here. So $function. Now first I'm creating one function called load view, and here it is expecting view name. View means page. So how to load? We have to use $.ajax. Ajax have shorthand technique also. Shorthand technique means you can use directly .get method. That means previously what we learned, we can use Ajax with some properties. In the properties, we have to mention method. But here we can directly use the method get, and which path we can use on success, what on error, what we can directly do. So traditional method is how we can use dollar dot ajax and the settings. What is the method? Method is get. So what is the URL? URL is view name. Now what should happen on success? On success, what should happen? Success uses a callback function. In that callback function, what we need to do? We need to get the response, and that response must be rendered into main. So we have main dot HTML. Into that we have to render the response. So that means we have a main area. Into the main area it should render. That is what we are doing. Load view. Now when function loads, means when jQuery is ready, document is ready, which view we have to load? We have to just use load view. View name. View name is home.html. We have to define the page. That means what it should do is it should load that home directly. So whenever page opens, it will load this one. Now we need to write for these buttons. When login click, login should come. When products click, product should come. Now home click, again home should come. That content, that page must be delivered. So how do we do? Can I write one function for all three? How? This is jQuery. This is jQuery. This is not JavaScript. How do we write here? So function, that means all three buttons. Usually in JavaScript, what is the advantage? For all three handlers will be there. Three handlers pointing towards same function. Here we don't have handler now. Right? Here we don't have handler. Then we have to manually, individually write. That means here we don't have handler. We need to individually write. Suppose, can I use same ID? Because out of all, only one will be working. How to access these all buttons? For example, I'll do one thing here. So dollar button. So we have button. Button what? Click. On button click, a callback function will come, and what it should do? Alert. Alert clicked. Okay. Observe. I click on home, clicked. Now I click on login, clicked. I click on products, clicked. Working. For all buttons, it is working. But how to know which button clicked? How do we know which button is clicked? We learned that technique also, event arguments, na? Right? That means here, suppose this button have name. So BTN home. So, or say now home, right? Here also we have name. What is it? Now login. Here also we have name. So now products. Now how do we get the name? We can use event argument here. In the event argument, I am keeping an alert e dot target dot name. I'm using target dot name. That means now here I click home. So now home. I click on login. Now login. Already we discussed that here we don't have this na. So we have to send through event. Event uses target. Target contains object related properties. Event related properties are directly present in E. Remember, this is formal parameter. We can give any name that refers to event. Any name we can give. So that refers to event. So now based on this, we can write a logic. We will write the switch. Into the switch, what we are doing. So we are passing. So E dot target dot name. So if the case is now home, then what should happen? Load view home dot HTML. After that, break. If the case is now login, then so load view. So what should have? Login dot HTML. Then break. So if the case is so now what is it? Products. So then we have to load view. So products dot HTML. Then break. This we have to do. And you can see here now, I click on login. So login will come. I click on products will come. Home will come. This is a single page environment. And page is not reloading. Page is not reloading. It is just accessing and displaying. So another important here, see in the login screen, there is no CSS file, but I am applying the class as a form control. Here I am applying the class as a form control like this. And you can see login, so that will come. So because when it comes to our index, there we have bootstrap, it will work there. That means class, suppose we have btn primary, so w100, and yes. So and here we have this button also. All this we will keep in a container. Yeah. Now this container I am giving class as w25. So now you can see here login, it will get that. The products home. Now when user clicks on products, then the products detail should come here. Now where do we write the logic for that? See here. So products page is separate, but here we can't write any jQuery. So this component we are bringing into index. In index we have to write that. That means in index we have to fetch the data and display in products catalog. Products catalog, into that we need to do that. So what we will do, class dflex, we have flex wrap. Now how do we access and use it? Let's try index. We are writing another function. So load products, right? So what this load products have to do? It have to load data from that. We will use $.ajax. Ajax have a method. Method is what? Get. And URL. URL is http fakestoreapi.com/what? Products. And .success. In success we have response. And what we need to do for that response? So we will use each. So this response contains all the data because it is JSON type, right? And key, we'll use a callback function with key and value. And what we have to do? So we need to present the data in a card style. So we will use a presentation. In this presentation, we will have card style. So div, just a basic div with image and title I will add. Image source is equal to, so we need to keep value dot image. Width is height I will give is equal to 130. Class is a card image top. Okay. Now below this we will keep a div, and for this I will give the class as card margin 2 padding 2. This div will have a class card header. Here we put a paragraph and we will display value dot title. Okay. Now where to add this? We have to dot append to. Append to, what is its products catalog. Hash products catalog. Products catalog is present in this. We have to append to the products catalog. And here in the index, yeah, for every card, I will just give a style. Width is some 200 pixel. But when to display these products, load products, it should load when products container is loaded. That means here we have to call another function. What is it? Load products. Load products. But observe here, when I am clicking on load products, the products data must display here. So logic and all different. So that means what logic is different? Adding items, adding to cart, all are different. First, here we will keep height also. So here we have style and height, and suppose 140 pixel. Now you can see the products, all the products data will come. Now we will do one thing for this products catalog main. Okay, style, height, some 500 pixel, and in the class overflow auto we will give. That is better. If I access the products, it will get this and display. Now user can stay on only one page and can access everything onto that page. But here one more challenging point is how to navigate from one page to another page dynamically. That means we will give a registration form. He will fill the form and submits. After registration form submitted successfully, automatically it should go to login. Suppose we given a login form. In that, after filling the details, verify, and all details are correct, then it should go to login. From login to some other page, home, products, something. How to handle the dynamic navigation is important. That means now see, after login, later we will add some more security. Security means everybody cannot access products. If anybody is accessing products, first it will ask login. If user ID password is correct, then only it should show products. That means user should not able to access products until or unless login is successful. How to handle that? Later we will see, because for that we need to use an option called cookies. By using cookies, we have to manage. I will show you how to handle that. Initially, see now, we are dealing here. User enters the name, password, and clicks login button. If ID password is correct, products. Otherwise, it should go to a page called error. Okay, so in this, I will add one more page. error.html. In error.html, we will keep a simple heading. So invalid credentials. So that means user ID, password, something wrong. So class text danger. And below here we will keep another button, or another button, and here we will keep as try again. And this button will have class btn link. Like this we are adding. Now what should happen is when user clicks login button, for this button we have to write code. How to write code? We can't write here. Here only design. All code must be in index page. But in index page, this button is not directly available. When this button is available, when user selects login. When user selects login, then only this button will come in index page. So what we have to do now, how to access this button? ID I will give as btn login. Okay, let's write in index. So a function here. In this we will write a function. So hash btn login click. Temporarily I am using an alert login clicked to verify whether it is working or not. Now see here, when I click login and login button, it's not working. It's not working. So let's see what is error. Any error occurred. Inspect. So let's check here in the console. So login button click, it's not working. No error also. That means this event is not firing up at all. So let's see here. btn login only na. ID is btn login, but it is present in a separate page. This page is rendered into your index page. Into which container it is rendered? Into main. That means this login button is not a permanent button in main. That login button is not a permanent button in index page. It is a button which will load only when user selects login. Then if you try to access directly like this, it is not available. Already I told you the technique, how to access any element which is present inside another element. How do we do that? We learned the technique for that. What is the technique? So we have to use document.on method. On what? Click of which ID? btn login. On that we need to perform the functionality. Alert, I will say login clicked. This is what I am writing. Now what happens here? So I click login and now login clicked is working. So especially when you are dealing with this single page type of environment, if any element is coming from another location, for that you cannot directly write the logic by referring to their IDs. Then what you have to do? We have to define. We need to configure that by using document.on. By using document.on, we have to manage that. So, okay, now let's write the logic. If username, we have to verify username, password. They are according to our requirement. Then it should go to which page? Products. If not according to requirement, then it should go to error page. So let's see how. So here we need to write logic for the login button click. Here we have to write the logic. So here we have to collect username and password. How to collect username and password? This text box is having an ID. ID what? Some user name. Another text box is having ID. What is it? Password. How to access that in the index page? Let's try one thing. I will put an alert. I will use $hash. What is it? User name. Username dot val. It will collect the value. You see now here, login. I entered username and click on login. It is coming. Here you don't need document on. Why? Because accessing element and its value we can directly do even if it is an part of any another element. But writing event we cannot do. Accessing its value, you don't need document.on. We can access from anywhere because accessing when will happen, it is already loaded into the page. If it is loaded into the page, it is a part of page. Anywhere in the page you can access by using ID. But anywhere in the page you cannot access by using ID for events. For accessing value you can access. That means for events you have to use document.on. For collecting the value you can simply access the value. So here we can simply try now. What we will do, we will write a condition. If what should happen, if hash user name dot val is equal to, suppose John, username must be John, and $hash password dot val is equal to some John@11. If both are matching, later we will verify with database. Currently we don't have any database, directly we are verifying. Okay, if it is matching, then what should happen? Products view should load. So we have a load view na, load view. Which one to view? products.html. Otherwise what we have to use? Load view. Which one to view? So we have to get which one? Right. So error.html here. Now observe now what we are using. So here login. Username is John. Password something wrong. Then it will get error. Invalid credentials. Try again. We haven't written logic for that. For try again, we have to write again logic. What is it? It should load login view again. So you can write. Let's write. Where is that try again? Here. So ID is what? btn try. Okay. In index page, we have to write the logic for that. What is it? Document dot on. Okay. $document dot on. So click. So and the ID is btn try. So what is the functionality? Functionality is nothing but load view. Functionality is load view. Which view? Login.html. It should load login.html. That means I click on login, username, password, something wrong, then try again login will come. Now I entered username correct, password also correct, John@11, and click on login. It should go to the products, but products are not loaded because after loading the products, so before loading the products view, we have to call a function load products also. because that is what it is loading, right? Products are loaded into that. That means when I say login, username John, password is John at the net 11, then the, oh sorry, what is it, John at the net 11, that is the password. It will load the products, otherwise it will not. So we have the home, we have the products, we have the login, but later we will put one functionality. The functionality is, if user is not logging in, then it should show directly login. That means user not logging in and he is going to products, then it should not open products. Products should open only for people after login successfully. So if I try to click products, currently it is opening, but without login it should not open. How to know whether user logged in or not? How do we know whether user logged in or not? How to keep that information? Actually, to verify whether user logged in or not, every website usually uses a concept called cookies. Every website, everybody, every website who have a login, they have to use cookies. Actually, why we need cookies? Because what is the concept of cookies, I will explain here. Actually, single page environment, in this one more topic is state management is important. Technically, what is state management and why we need state management is because, so web applications are using HTTP as protocol. It is using HTTP. All web applications are using HTTP as protocol, hypertext transfer protocol. What is protocol? Is nothing but protocol defines rules. Generally, protocol defines rules for applications. So running on various networks. For applications running on various networks, some set of rules are defined. Those rules are called protocols. Suppose web uses which rules? HTTP. Similar to HTTP, there are so many. Like we have FTP, we have like TCP IP, we have like so SMTP. These are all protocols. So we have like named pipes. So many protocols are there. So MSMQ. These are all the protocols. Different protocols are there. Actually, different protocols for different purpose. For example, if I am not hosting my resources on server, without a server, I am trying to access resources, then automatically your computer uses a protocol called FTP, file. That means if you are not using HTTP server, live server, then your project will run on FTP server, file transfer protocol. So for example, emails, that means you are sending email from one account to another. Can we send email to same users, means same website users, or any other? So that means these rules are called SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. So email rules are defined through SMTP. Web rules are defined, web server rules are defined by using HTTP. MSMQ is used for chatting. That means if you are chatting on messengers, so through Gmail Messenger or Facebook Messenger, the rules for sending messages from one user to another, those are defined by MSMQ, messaging service actually. So for different purpose, different rules are defined. That means rules, what are rules? Suppose if it is MSMQ, so can I send one page of 5,000 words, one in one page 5,000 words, can I send as SMS? We can't send. There is a limit, na? Right? There is a limit. That means there is a limit that SMS can be within these number of characters. It cannot be more than that. Now you cannot ask like, why can't you send 1,000 characters? That is the limit of that particular service. Now if you have 1,000 characters, then upload a file. You cannot send as an SMS. That is the rule and limits. Because if I am transferring a 1,000 lines message, then it will take more time for server. It hangs up because of its capacity. That is the reason. So for SMS servers, we will keep less capacity. So that means we will ask, please send only message within these characters. So for email, certain rules are there. For SMS, certain rules are there. For websites, certain rules are there. So HTTP defines the rules for, so web uses HTTP, which defines rules, which defines rules for web application. Rules for web application. But what is unfortunate thing is HTTP is a stateless protocol. It is a stateless protocol. HTTP is a stateless protocol. HTTP is a stateless protocol. What is meant by stateless protocol? Stateless protocol means it cannot remember information between requests. It cannot remember information between requests. After one request is finished, that information is deleted. That information is deleted. That is the problem with HTTP. So remember this point forever. HTTP is a stateless protocol. What is meant by stateless protocol? Stateless protocol means it cannot remember information between pages. Once one page is finished, you move to next page, previous page information is deleted. All the previous page information is deleted. Once you move from one page to another page, that means only the current page related information is maintained in server. Previous pages information is deleted from server. So that is the nature. It is good. Stateless nature is good. Why? Because memory is saved. Memory is well managed. But it is difficult for user. Why it is difficult for user? If he need continuous operations, it is difficult for user. Why it is difficult for user if he is using continuous operation? Means suppose you see Gmail. When you open Gmail, in the first screen it will ask login. You enter user ID, password and login. After login successful, it showed you inbox. In inbox, 10 mails are there. Now every mail have to open in another page. Do you know what happens after user ID password verified and on the screen it is showing inbox? What it will do? It will delete your details from server. That means your login details are deleted. Now you have 10 mails. You have to open first mail. You clicked on first mail. It will ask login again. You will say that I already logged in, but it says that that is only for one page. Understood? That means now imagine for every page I have to log in. That means you go back, login, come forward, login, another page, login. Every page we have to log in. This is the problem. So that is the reason what web applications do is actually, so stateless nature of stateless nature of HTTP is good for application. Why it is good? As it manages memory. And destroys memory. That is good. But so it is not good for continuous operations. For continuous operations, it is not good. Then what happens is web applications have to use some state management techniques to store data and use across requests across pages. So that means web applications have to use state management techniques for storing the data and using across. There are so many state management techniques. Everything you can't learn in every location. So one of that is cookies. By using cookies, we can handle. There are so many. We can also use query string. Already I showed you also. We can also use query string. If you remembered, we learned search, location search. What we done? We transported data from one page to another. We collected in another page. You have seen that. I already showed you location search. Their data is transported from one page to another. So we have cookies, we have query string, we have hidden input. Hidden is there. Later I will show you. And we also have like session state. We have like application state like that. But for that we need third-party libraries and all. Directly jQuery, JavaScript cannot manage them. We have to depend on other libraries. There is a library called JavaScript, popular library called, we have a library called Redux. So redux.js.org. This is, you see, a predictable state container for JavaScript apps. We will download this, install this, and use for managing state in JavaScript based applications. So these people usually learn in Angular, React like technologies. When you are learning Angular and React like technologies, you will learn this library. This is a separate library. We have to install this library. We need to learn how to use this library for managing state. Currently, we can try cookies, but cookies also you need some third parties. You have to download and install cookies library. Then we can use it. Every website uses cookies. So remember, if there is no cookies, there is no login, right? For example, I will show you Chrome. I already showed you, na? We learned cookie enabled or not, how to verify. So you see, so this is Chrome settings. In Chrome settings, we have, so cookies. I will go to cookie settings. You see, this is cookie settings. Cookies, I am blocking all cookies. I blocked all cookies. Then I will open. So here, Gmail. In Gmail, I am using email ID. That means here I am using email ID. So suppose some email ID and click on next. Then immediately it says cookies are disabled. If you ask, is there any alternative? There is no alternative. Cookies enabled, then only login will work. If cookies are not enabled, login will not work. Why we are using cookies? What is this cookies actually? Concept of cookies is very simple. Actually, so technically, cookie is a simple text document, which can store client details, and provide across requests. Cookie is a simple text document which can store client details in and provide across requests. That means user entered ID and password. It can store it and make it available for the next page. In next page, you don't need to log in now. In every page, it will take information from which file? Cookie file. That is the reason you see actually you log in into Google and close the browser. You don't sign out, close the browser. Again, open browser and Gmail. Directly your account will open. You don't need to log in. But until how many days like that we can do? You can do like that any number of days until history is deleted. If anybody deleted history, while deleting history, if he deleted cookies, then again you have to log in, because your information is maintained in a cookie file. But unfortunately, why cookies are disabled? Because there is an option, don't allow cookies. Because you might have heard that on internet virus infection will come. Many people say, don't open that website, virus will come. That is silly thing, because opening a website, virus will not come. That means just visiting a website address, virus will not come. What that website will do, if that website is trying to copy a file, cookie file, that means they will copy one cookie file into your computer. Then that file can be infected with virus because it is a text file. And that file, if you allow to copy, then virus will come. That is the reason these days, as per cyber rules, laws, all browsers are disabling cookies, and they are asking every website, legal websites, official websites must ask user. Just 5-6 months back, we don't have that. From past 1 year, you might have seen every website is asking allow cookies. Earlier, we don't have that, because now the rules are little strict. They say that if your website is a very professional website and it is a legal one, then you should ask permission for cookies. If user allows cookies, then only he can open your website. Otherwise, he will open your website, but login, register like things cannot happen. So that is the reason, because cookies are primary virus carriers. Remember, on internet, virus primarily comes through cookies only. That is the reason they are very big threat. We need to be very careful. We have to disable, enable the cookies here. So how to create cookies, work with the cookies? For that, actually, jQuery provides a cookie plugin, to create and manage cookies. Remember, these plugins, hundreds of plugins will be there. Your company may use any plugin. Before using the plugin, you have to first explore. You have to see what syntaxes they are giving, what commands they are giving, because every company uses cookies, but uses a different library for cookies. Every library commands are not same. They are changing. So you have to explore by yourself based on which library it is. So for that, you can visit this website, npmjs.org. You can search this website. Let's open that npmjs.org. Okay. Yeah, in this, you search for jQuery cookie. You will find jQuery cookie related one library. See, so many libraries are there. Hundreds of libraries will be there. We will select the simple first one, jQuery cookie library. It will show you information about that library, how to install npm install jQuery.cookie and see how to use that. It will show you the options. That means how to create the cookies, how to define the cookies. It will show you the syntax. It will show you the syntax, how to read the cookies, how to remove the cookies. So how to verify the cookies are available or not, all such things it will show. Now, very important is we have to install this cookie library in order to use it. So that means what I will do, I will put a simple logic here. What is that? Here, install npm install. What is it? jQuery.cookie save. jQuery.cookie save. Save is the flag we have to use for every library. So we are downloading the jQuery cookie library. Fine. Now comes important. When user enters the user ID and password successfully, now we need to create a cookie for this user ID. So how do we create? First, we have to import cookie library. After jQuery, you have to import script source, node modules, jQuery cookie. In that, where is it? jQuery cookie.js. Yeah, that is the file. Remember, order is also important. First jQuery, after that jQuery cookie. Okay, now what we have to do? So when successfully user ID password entered, here we have to put $.cookie, cookie name, uname is username. In that, what should be stored? We will use hash username dot val. That value will be stored. So username is stored in cookie. A cookie is created, in that username will be stored. Now what should happen when you go to products page? When we go to the products page, where the products is loaded, here navigation products. So before loading the products page, I have to verify, is cookie available or not? If cookie is not available, then it should take me to which page? Login. How to verify cookie available or not? Here we have to write a condition. If so, $.cookie name is uname is equal to undefined. Undefined means cookie not available. If cookie is not available, what should happen? So it should load view. Which view it should load? Login.html. Otherwise, else it should load this one. Am I right? Else we are defining this. That's how we are configuring. This is when user selects products. When user selects products, it will verify. Remember, some cookies are verified by using undefined, whether it is there or not. Some cookies are verified by using empty. By using empty, we will verify that. So by using empty, we will verify, or by using undefined, depending on cookie library. Some cookie libraries verify undefined, some verify empty. We'll see now here. See, first observe carefully. Open the page. So currently I'm not logging in. Directly click on products. It goes to login. There is no chance. Nobody can see these products until login. That means we have home page. I click on products. I click on products, login will come. So if you logged in successfully, cookie is created and you can watch products. Let's try login successfully. So John and password. What is that? Suppose wrong password, then it says invalid. So John password is John@11 and click on login, then products home will come. Currently logged in. After login, I go to home. After that, again, I come to products. Will it ask login? No, because already I logged in. Already I logged in. Right? Here we can display that username also, logged in or logged out. We can put login, logout options also. I will show you. But how you know that he is still logged in? We can display status. So username right side profile photos we put na. When user logs in, we will put a profile photo and say that this is the username. We can give a sign out option also. I will show, we will see that. But initially, you can observe, right click, inspect. In the inspect, observe very carefully. Here, there is a category called sources. Not sources, application. Go to application category. In application category, there is a cookies option. Select that cookies option. So cookies from our current application is this one, right? This is 5500. And you see here, so the cookie uname is there. And in that, what value is stored? John. We'll do one thing. I will go to home page. I can come back to products anytime because still cookie is there. I will go to home page, delete this cookie. Right click and delete that cookie. Username cookie deleted. After that, I go to products now. It will say login. That means until the cookie is there, login is there. Once the cookie is deleted, login is deleted. Usually, what is the meaning of logout? Deleting cookie. Understood? Logout means deleting cookie. If you delete cookie, again they have to log in. Then only cookie will be created. We can display that. Suppose you see here the products page is there. Let's go to the products HTML page. In products HTML page, products home, and here we will put a span. ID is LBL user. Okay. Now what we will do when in index page, if login username is there, cookie is there, then what we will do here, we will access that span. What is the span? So $hash LBL user dot HTML. What we have to display, whatever the cookie name is there, we have to use dollar dot cookie. Cookie name is what? Uname. Who logged in, his name should come. His name should come, right? His username should display. That is what we are doing here. That means now what is advantage here? You see, I selected this. I try to click on products. It will ask me login. I entered login and John@11. Click on login. Then products home. And products home of which user? Username is not coming. Let's check. Which user is there? Acha, this is after this. After loading HTML. Okay. So load products. So that name should come. Correct ID we are giving. LBL user. Let's check. What is LBL user here? Index. LBL user HTML, the cookie name should come. So before loading the products, this pan is loading or not, I will check once. We will put an condition in the button clicks. Where is it? Load products. I will put an alert $cookie dollar dot cookie name. Cookie name is uname. Just I am verifying whether cookie name is coming or not. Coming. Then it should display here. What is it? $hash LBL user dot HTML dollar dot cookie. Cookie is what? Uname. Some problem in reference of that uname. Into this we are loading some content. LBL user is coming or not? Let's verify. Elements in the section main div. In the heading, LBL user is there. So here that LBL user is not coming. Let's do one thing. So that is accessible from anywhere actually. We'll do so dollar. What is the heading we are having? Heading to a uname. Here it is coming. So here we have in the products index, it is not coming. We'll keep here in the span. Where is it? This LBL user we will put here. Where is it here? Where is our index page heading? This is the heading. LBL user. It is fine. Okay. This should come right side corner. Na? Right side corner means what we will do. So we will keep this two divs. Huh? This is one and this is another. These two we will keep div. This one we will keep another div. And what we will do, D flex justify content between. Okay. And here we will put a button. One more button I need to add. Where is it? Yeah, that is fine. Now we will keep the user. Yes. Now when user selects, let's see application. When user selects products, then username will be shown right side corner. That means user is logged in. It is displayed at right side corner. Now what we have to do, so home and again come back, it is there. It is there. So when user name is deleted, what should happen? You see, I deleted this username. From cookies, we deleted username. After deleting the username, you see here it is empty. We click on products, it will again ask username. So that means you click on home and you click on products, again it is asking username. You entered the username and password is also correct, 11, login. It should get the detail and display here. So the detail, so now you can see the detail will come here, products. That means it is accessing the data and displaying. So why we have to handle on this? Why it is not displaying previously? Because actually what we have done is we written on this switch case. Switch case, when it will work, usually switch case, in that we are displaying. Switch case, when it will work, when you click that button, right? Dynamically it should work. Dynamically it should work means here we need to display. That means if username is success, you should not write in switch case, right? Where you have to write, we have to write in this login button click. Login button click, before loading the products, we need to display. That means what we have to do, $#LBL user.html. Here it should display what it should display, $.cookie. Cookie name is what? Uname. Here we have to write. That means if login is successful, then it will display. You say, currently I will delete this. Fine. I click on products, login will come. I entered login and password, John@11, login, and John will come right side. We written in switch case. We have to write in dynamic. Then it will get that and display. You can display anywhere. You can display at the top or you can display here. Anywhere you can display. For that, just what you have to do on login, you have to define. That means now you can display here also. Where is it? In products, we are keeping a span. Okay. And what is the span ID? What is it? LBL user. That means in index page, here I am removing that LBL user. Okay. Just temporarily. That means you can display wherever you want. So you see the login, enter the username and password, John@11. It will get that username and display. Where is it? So, again here logic is changed. Where we return LBL user in products.html LBL user. We need to remove from here. We'll keep where in index here. Okay. Yeah. Now I click on products, that details will come here. Now how to delete it? Delete it. Currently how we are deleting, by selecting and delete button, it is deleted. No, not like that. We can put a sign out option and delete. How we can keep a sign out button? Simple. Anywhere in the page you keep a sign out. What we will do in the navigation bar, we will give a right temporarily in the navigation bar. I will add a button. Okay, right side anywhere you can give class MB2. Here we will keep a button. So button name as a nav. What is it? Sign out. So class BTN dark and W100. Here we will give an option sign out. On this button click, it should be deleted. So let's write, go to index page code. So here we have to use another case, right? What is the case? Case ID is what? Nav sign out. On nav sign out, we have to remove the cookie. Dollar dot. What is it? Remove cookie. Cookie name. Cookie name is what? You name cookie. And after that, we need to redirect. Again, we need to load. Load what? Load view. Which view? Login dot HTML. This we have to do. Then break. Here we will put an alert also saying that so logged out successfully. This message we will give. Understood? Now what should happen? Cookie must be deleted. Let's check. Currently products is there. We can watch it. Then what should happen on sign out? Logged out successfully and okay. Then it will go to login. After that, this also we need to delete now. That means currently actually it will be deleted. Once you reload, it will be deleted. But what you have to do on delete click itself, LBL user is empty. You can keep it empty. That is cleaned up. Now you can see products, it's not available. Now cookie is not created here. You can see cookie is not created. Cookie is not created. I entered username and password 123. Then not 123. John @11 login, and you can see cookie is created. Uname. When the cookie will be deleted? When you click on sign out, logged out successfully, the cookie is deleted. And once the cookie is deleted, now it is empty. Now you cannot log in. You cannot directly access the product. What you can do, you can directly go to login. There enter the details, can use it. That means until or unless you log out, login, you cannot watch products. That is managed by using which option? Cookies. But here we are just using raw standard data. But actually what we have to do, first we have to create a registration form. After filling the registration form, it should store in database. Then we have to use a login form which will verify from the database. That we are going to implement later now. How to create? For that we need get and post. This is a small example of single page environment. What is single page environment? User will stay on only one page and can access everything onto that page. So single page environment, these days we don't do using jQuery. These days we use Angular, React for building single page applications. But if anybody asks, can we build with jQuery also? Yes. But in why people use Angular, React? Because for this, in Angular, React like technologies, they provided a separate library. You don't need to write Ajax. Without writing Ajax, by using simple library, they call that library as routing. By using that routing library, they can implement this in a simple way. You don't need to write much Ajax. Just by using small syntax, you can handle all this. But in jQuery, you have to do a lot of such logic, right? This entire example I will upload. So you need to try this. Now, once you know, we will see some more plugins. How to use jQuery UI and jQuery plugins like grids, like other third-party plugins which are used in project. That we'll see in next session. Okay, tomorrow we'll do that. Huh?